What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about how to unlock all the new weapons releasing in Season 2, plus how to unlock them. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, we got plenty of brand new coverage going up over on detonated.com for those out there that want additional content going over multiplayer, Warzone, or even zombies. Plus, there's plenty of tweets every single hour on Detonated's Twitter. Now, earlier today, I posted a separate video talking all about Modern Warfare 3 zombies, not the zombies content for Warzone, but actual MWZ. We went in depth about the brand new Exclusion Zone, which is going to be another Dark Ether Rift. It's going to take us to Syed Mall from Al Mazrah, if you're familiar with that point of interest. We talked about some bonus rewards that might be released by actually doing an event, I think in Warzone, but it'll give you rewards for real zombies. Then we also talked about the content that you guys probably didn't know was going to be releasing, likely at some point in the middle of Season 2. So that zombies focused video is going to be linked down below, but going more into multiplayer and our weapons we're going to be seeing in our second season. Now, before we continue, I just wanted to remind you about MitchCactus.com, where you can get assistance grinding camos, nukes, or schematics in MW3. These guys do not use unlock tools or any bannable methods and will actually help you play the game. MitchCactus is also supported by Trustpilot with over 10,000 verified reviews. You can use code Dynamite for a limited time to save 5% off your order. First off, I want to mention the new Ninja vest that's going to be releasing. So definitely not opposed to seeing DLC updates for different gear, for perks, field upgrades, equipment. Happy to see different types of content dropped aside from just weapons, operators, and the usual maps. So it looks like we're getting a Ninja vest at some point on February the 7th. So as they went ahead and confirmed in the recent blog, it's going to be a silent melee and throwing weapon specialist type of vest. So you'll get 3 equipment slots, tactical, lethal, field upgrade, and you'll get your 3 gear slots for gloves, boots, and gear. This vest will eliminate footstep sounds and will make you immune to movement reduction effects, and you'll get a bonus shuriken and throwing knife ammo, while you can also resupply shuriken and throwing knives every 25 seconds. So looking forward to running this new vest. I think if you pair this with some other type of class options in MW3, it's going to prove to be pretty useful in modes, especially like S&D. But if you equip this vest with covert sneakers, you will gain the effect of running sneakers, which is also pretty cool. So lots of testing is definitely going to be happening once this vest does end up dropping. Moving into our first weapon that's going to be releasing, though, it is the BP50 coming straight back from Vanguard. This is also known as the FNF 2000. It'll be located in Sector B7 of the Season 2 Battle Pass. They went in and confirmed it's a modular bullpup chambered in 5.56, where you can tear down the competition with a high rate of fire and exceptional accuracy for dominating at mid to long range. It's a spectacular contender to all other ARs in the game with exceptional maneuverability and a spectacular rate of fire compared to other rifles in the class. So it's a Corvus built armament, which can cut down the opposition in a variety of rapid and impressive ways. So if you guys want to see how it works over in Vanguard, I'll put some clips on screen so you guys can see. It'll probably be relatively the same, considering Vanguard was also a game that was released on the Modern Warfare engine, so it'll probably feel, look, and even shoot pretty similar, but with some tweaks to better fit the gameplay and gun style of Modern Warfare 3. But next up, we have the Ram 9 SMG, also available at launch through Sector B6 of the Battle Pass. They also mentioned that it's more maneuverable and agile than its assault rifle counterpart. We got the Ram 7 in the Battle Pass for Season 1. So with this one, it's a bullpup SMG chambered in 9mm, which is lethal at close range. So this right here is probably going to be one of the better SMGs in the game. As they confirm here in the blog, it's among the best in-class recoil control and mobility, as well as the most rounds in reserve of any SMG in Modern Warfare 3. So it may not win any pinpoint accuracy awards, especially at distance, but it can certainly mow down the opposition with high damage, chamber emptying assaults, especially as you close in for the kill. So great description there of what is likely going to be the brand new SMG meta for either MP, Warzone, maybe even both. Really excited to try this one out, but we also have confirmation we're getting a brand new battle rifle later in season. This is the SOA Subverter, previously leaked out to be the HRM 762 battle rifle that is going to be released through a weekly challenge. It could be any random week, probably closer to Reloaded or during Reloaded, which right now is rumored to actually release on March 6th, according to when the events kind of line up, according to the blog post. A lot of the events do end on the 6th of March, so that's presumably the mid-season. But they mention here that it's a hard-hitting rifle which dominates at mid to longer ranges thanks to a low rate of fire and predictable recoil. Now, it's apparently the best in class for marksman rifles in terms of sprint to fire and movement speeds, while offering excellent headshot and target flinch potential even in its best state. So with some fine-tuning, this could be a contender for this optimal battle rifle if you can mitigate the more leisurely ADS speed. Now, I know they mentioned fine-tuning, but they're just talking about equipping attachments attachments. They aren't confirming that weapon tuning is going to be releasing here in Season 2, but totally a fan of them adding in DLC weapons via weekly challenge unlocks. I know the HRM SMG in Season 1 was previously confirmed to be released through an armory unlock. That didn't end up happening. They ended up throwing that into the classified battle pass sector, but as far as this SOA Subverter goes, it'll be just like the TAC Evolve Ray, which released while completing 5 different weekly challenges as a part of one of the weeks that ended up dropping. So upon doing those 5 challenges, you get instant access to this DLC weapon whenever that week may be. It might be week 5, week 6. I'll keep you guys posted there, but we also have the Soulrender, a brand new melee weapon that's also dropping in season, but the method in which you get it is currently redacted. I'm just going to go out on a limb right now and say it's probably tied to the classified battle pass sector, which we're not going to be able to see until the launch of Season 2. Right now, according to the content creators that flew out just about a week ago to play Fortune's Keep, their battle pass menu over at the studio didn't have a classified sector, but they did post a bunch of previews of what most of the sectors, if not all of them, did look like at the time. So when it comes to the sword, it's a ceremonial blade capable of razor sharp cuts and deadly melee action in close quarters combat. So as they wrote here in the blog post as well, with rapid slashes, use your aim button while holding fire to enable a guard stance. Release the guard for an instant slice, allowing for expert timing when rapidly approaching a victim, offering excellent damage and better mobility than any of the larger melee weapons. Take this into the fight while facing down the living of the undead. So this is probably going to be a lot of fun to use in zombies, but probably multiplayer in Warzone as well. It might be one of the more different type of DLC swords we've gotten in Call of Duty. I think typically the swords we get are kind of just reskin knives with longer blades, of course, but nothing too crazy. Maybe the lunge will be a bit different, but this one for MW3 sounds like it'll actually be a fairly unique melee weapon. Again, with that guard stance you could do and probably different slashing, that's probably a lot more fun than previous swords we've seen in other COD installments. But what's really odd about this, even if this does release through the classified sector or a weekly challenge, no matter what, the weird thing about this is that considering it's probably a Season 2 reloaded drop in middle of March, it's looking like the Michonne bundle, which probably is also going to drop closer to the end of February or early March, doesn't actually have a blueprint for the sword, even though you would think that it would. I mean, a recent multiplayer Season 2 trailer did go ahead and depict Michonne holding this sword in the background, which is obviously in character, that makes sense, but her bundle doesn't come with the blueprint for it, which I don't really understand. Apparently, according to early footage that has already popped up of her bundle, the sword blueprint in her pack is for the dual Kadachis, not this Soulrender DLC sword, which hopefully they change when that bundle drops, because that makes no sense to see dual wield Kadachis in her pack. I mean, I guess you could say that it's kind of in character too. We've seen her with 2 swords before, but when it comes to this sword weapon, it's perfect timing to throw out a blueprint for that new weapon in her bundle, but so be it. Not going to complain too much about that, but figured I'd bring that up real quickly for those out there that wanted more clarity on this melee weapon. Now, what's awesome is that just like with Season 1, we're going to be getting upwards of like 5 to 6 new aftermarket parts, which will also be added in through weekly challenges for the most part. But when it comes to this first one, the JAK Burnout, this will be a battle pass unlock. So one of the sectors that I'll show you on screen will end up having this new aftermarket part. This is for the Holger 26 LMG. So it'll give the Holger a select fire mode that provides a dramatically increased fire rate but can overheat and expand the barrel, introducing spread. That sounds like something that could be pretty useful, especially shredding armor in something like Warzone. Looking forward to testing that out relatively soon. We also have the JAK Tyrant 7.62 kit, which will then be unlocked by a weekly challenge. This will be for the longbow sniper rifle. This is a caliber conversion kit, swapping out the receiver and magazine to accommodate 7.62 BLK ammo for a harder hitting subsonic weapon. So this also sounds pretty scary, especially when you consider the sniper buff that we got through the entirety of Warzone. Probably going to be scary to see on a map like Fortune's Keep as well. But we then have the JAK Backsaw Kit. For those that were looking for an extra attachment for the Holger 5.56 AR, also unlocked through a weekly challenge. It's a conversion kit focused on making the Holger more maneuverable. The stock is removed entirely for faster, more agile tactics. So we have an image of most of these aftermarket parts that was put in the recent blog post. I'll put that on screen so you guys can see. But then the JAK Limb Ripper. For those out there that saw the rumor a good 2 months ago that we were getting a chainsaw under barrel aftermarket part, this is what that was. Another weekly challenge unlock at some point. This will be an underbarrel attachment that could be used on several different weapons. Unrivaled at creating close quarters carnage, this underbarrel chainsaw makes quick and messy work of anyone foolish enough to stand in your way. Sadly, not a Gears of War collab. Could have been like a Lancer blueprint or something, but no, it's just the aftermarket part that you can put on several different weapons. But I could see how that could have been a cool opportunity for a Gears crossover for sure. But this one's going to be pretty fun, especially on close quarters maps. Can't wait to see how many people actually end up using this brand new underbarrel chainsaw. Moving on to the JAK Maglift Kit. This is for the Haymaker shotgun, also unlocked through a weekly challenge. This weapon modification reinforces the magwell bolt and trigger assembly to accommodate an extra large drum magazine. So how a lot of these aftermarket parts effectively turn the weapon into something new. It's almost like it's a new weapon you're unlocking, while some of the other parts that we saw in Season 1 and will be seeing in Season 2 are just extra add-on little attachments that will still enhance your gameplay and maybe change the way that the weapon performs. But overall, this is great replayability and just boosts the longevity of multiplayer Warzone and zombies, having new weapons to test out aside from the ones that you unlock in the Battle Pass or through bundles, whatever the case is. Moving on to the JAK Outlaw 277 kit, also in a weekly challenge for the BAS-B battle rifle. This kit transforms the BAS-B into a lever action rifle, slowing fire rate but vastly improving accuracy for deadlier precision. So this one's also going to be pretty dangerous to go up against, likely in both MP and Warzone. But last and certainly not least, one that I thought released in Season 1, which probably got delayed if I'm not mistaken here, the Glassless Optic, also coming through a weekly challenge like all the other ones, except for the JAK Burnout we went over at the beginning here. So this is going to be available for several different weapons. It's a small glassless reflex optic offering a crisp and clear sight picture for snappy target acquisitions. So let me know in the comments if this either released and this is a typo in the blog, I can't find it in my game, maybe it's bugged for certain people, or if this was originally for Season 1 but got pushed back. That's probably what happened here. But overall, leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on everything going on here with our Season 2 weaponry? We got several new weapons coming in the Battle Pass, lots of aftermarket parts in the weekly challenges. We got one probably tied to the classified Battle Pass sector opening up in early March. Lots of cool things to look forward to, especially that ninja vest I didn't expect to hear about as soon as Season 2. But overall, really happy to see a lot of DLC weapons getting added into the mix. Hopefully every season is consistent like this. But really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.